From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Degnan. 2 people are dead after a fire at an apartment building in Wilkes-Barre. 160 people were forced to evacuate. The fire started on the 5th floor of the Lincoln high-rise apartments just before noon. Fire crews were able to put out the flames quickly. The 11-story apartment building is home to many senior citizens who are now not only dealing with the loss, but also being temporarily displaced. The Red Cross was called in to help, and GAR High School is being used as a temporary shelter where they can stay if they can't get back into the building tonight. No word on the names of those who died. It was just after 7 this morning. Firefighters in Hazleton were called to a Cybert Street home fire. The fire broke out in the 800 block of Cyber Street. Firefighters were able to get the fire extinguished quickly. It was reported as a basement fire, then spread through the home. The American Red Cross on the scene there this morning. A state police fire marshal has been called in to assist an investigation into the cause of that fire. It was just before 4 this afternoon that 2 cars crashed at 5th Street and Garibaldi Court in Hazleton. When WYLN arrived, we found a red minivan in the middle of the intersection and a white Toyota parked on the side. A number of people were walking around the scene, one person sitting in the van. Hazleton Fire and Police were both on location at the crash. An ambulance responded to treat the injuries of those at the scene. Hazleton police are investigating the crash. No word on any injuries. A crash in Schuylkill County sent one person to the hospital with serious injuries. That crash happened on Route 309 in West Penn Township. It happened just before 6 o'clock at the intersection of Route 309 and Pine Hill Road. Police are investigating the crash. The impact from the tractor trailer sent the car spinning off 309 into a lot. West Penn firefighters extricated the victim from the car. They were then taken by EMS to a local hospital. Monday night, the Hazleton Area School Board held their reorganizational meeting, adding 3 new members to the board. WYLN's Gary Perna has the details.
Linda DeCosmo, Edward Szymanski, Alexander Van Hoeklen, and Robert Mahalik were sworn in to 4-year terms by Judge James Dixon Monday night. Mahalik was re-elected for a 3rd term. The rest are all newcomers. Once the board was seated, Robert Fume was elected president of the board for the next year.
I'm excited about being appointed president. I think that we have a good group here, and I think that we're going to work together, and that's what I'm pushing for. I've challenged the board tonight to work together and set standards for other school boards to follow. I think we have a good administration here. The teachers we have great teachers and administrators, and I think with the board working with them, I think we can overcome, and I know we can overcome a lot of the hurdles we have in this district.
Robert Mahalik is returning to the board and said overcrowding is a big priority for him.
I look forward again to addressing some of our overcrowding, which it seems like every time I run there's an overcrowding issue, but we do have some overcrowding, and looking at again strengthening our alternative education program and hopefully being able to formulate a really good plan for a welcoming center for our students that are coming from directly from another country.
The new board members are ready to hit the ground running. Linda DeCosmo is a retired teacher from the district and wants to make sure the students are the #1 priority.
I've been in the district, and it's 2 years that I'm retired. And I just want to see the district move in a positive direction into where right now teacher morale is down, and I'd like to see that pick up and look at all everything that is out there, lay everything out, and look at what's most important that we need to do right now and things that we can put set aside.
Edward Szymanski retired from the district recently as the Assistant Facilities Director. He said he knows how the school operates.
Working with the other board members, I think we have a pretty good team here. We have former educators on the board. Obviously, I was highly involved with the buildings and facilities in the school district. I know a lot of teachers. I know a lot of administrators. And I think we could work together. We have a lot of issues to deal with, one of them being overcrowding and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to January and hit the ground running and trying to address some of the issues. You're not going to solve everything at once, but we'd like to get going on some of the main issues and get going as soon as we can.
Alexander Van Hoekelen is the youngest member of the new board at age 23.
I think it's a great feeling. It's an awesome opportunity, and I hope that my age is something that I could use to my advantage and really get other members from our generation on board with the school board and what's going on in the district. Yeah, I think for the first year, definitely it's going to be a learning experience, so immersing myself in what's going on, getting up to speed with the other board members, and I think pulling us all together and defining a goal and working as a unit to get to that goal.
The 9 members that make up the Hazleton Area School Board are Robert Fume, President. Linda DeCosmo was elected Vice President. They join Anthony Bonomo, Marie Kay, Jackie Scarcella, Vincent Zola, Edward Szymanski, Alex Van Hoekelen, and Robert Mahalik. In Hazel Township, for WYLN News, I'm Gary Perna.
And tonight, Hazleton City Council will start the budget process, though the current council majority said they will hold the line on taxes. The budget ordinances that City Council will consider at its meeting tonight call for no tax or fee increases for the upcoming year. Depending on what happens tonight, the current council could leave decisions that could further impact tax rates in the hands of a new council that will take office January 8th. Because a municipal election took place this year, the mayor or any member of the new council has until February 15th, 2018 to finalize an alternative spending plan. If council approves a budget on the first reading tonight, they will have to wait 20 days for the second and third reading. There's a very good chance that the Hazleton budget process could go past December 31st. At Monday night's Wilkes-Barre City Council meeting, the $49.4 million budget for 2018 was approved. The balanced budget has no property tax increase, but there will be a higher rate for parking meters and garbage bags in the city. Meanwhile, Plymouth Borough Council members are reviewing proposals for its 2018 budget. 2 proposals will be up for discussion. They would keep the Goodwill Hose Company number 2 open and increase taxes. Early proposals included closing the firehouse on Main Street. Council members are also working on increasing police patrols in the borough, which would include a tax increase from 7.5% to 8%. That increase would mean a homeowner with a house assessed around $63,000 would pay $29 more per year. Borough Council is scheduled to meet Sunday, December 10th at 1 p.m. Coming up on WYLN News, grants for community projects coming to one county, plus what's making news in the state capitol. But first, as we take a look at our 7-day forecast tonight, we're going to have some rain continuing overnight, the low of about 29. Then for midweek Wednesday, looks like partly cloudy skies and a high of 41. Thursday looks nice. Plenty of sunshine and a high 37. Colder temperatures are on the way. We, however, will be right back.
Chur's Auto Sales has been serving the area with quality vehicles since 1954. Chur's Auto Sales is known as your friendly dealer and now in their 4th generation and voted the best used car dealer by the readers of Standard Speaker Choice Awards. John Chur would like to thank everyone that voted for his business. When you need a quality pre-owned vehicle, choose from a large selection at Chur's 570-454-7229.
Breast Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
Van Hoekland Garden Center is now open on the Lofty Road just outside of McAdoo. Stop in and get your seasonal favorites. Choose from a great selection of colorful poinsettias and holiday cactus. Want to watch WYLN over the air with an antenna? These maps make it easy for you to check out our over-the-air UHF coverage area using the Longley Rice propagation mode. All of our broadcast and cable maps can be found on our Facebook page and on WYLNTV.com.
Municipalities in Schuylkill County will be receiving grants that will be used for community improvement projects. The grants were made possible by the Pennsylvania Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. Frackville will get $742,000 to renovate the community pool. The East End Playground and basketball courts will be improved in Mahanoy City with a $40,000 grant. Delano Township receiving $40,000 for the Township Park. Shenandoah Borough plans to improve Girard Park with an $80,000 grant, and St. Clair Borough getting $30,000 to rehab the 3rd Street Playground. Senator David Argall and State Representative Neil Goodman helped to secure the grants for the communities in the 123rd Legislative District. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf's office is developing a way to handle anonymous reports of inappropriate sexual behavior at the state capitol in Harrisburg. The governor said Monday it's part of making the Capitol safe. No public reports of criminal sexual harassment or assaults have emerged from Pennsylvania's Capitol recently, but the governor says he's heard disturbing stories about threatening and abusive behavior toward women in the Capitol in the past. Republicans are advancing a ban on abortions after 20 weeks of pregnancy, supplying all the votes to move it out of committee. The State House Health Committee voted 16-10 Monday for Senate-passed legislation that also would restrict how most second trimester abortions are performed. Pennsylvania law currently allows abortions during the first 24 weeks of pregnancy. An attorney representing the Republican leaders of Pennsylvania's state legislature is making the case that the congressional district map they created is legal. Monday was the first day of a federal trial on the map, which is being challenged by a group of Democratic voters who assert that it was improper to use political concerns at all in its creation. A lawyer challenged an expert in court, saying the only problem with the process is you don't like the way it went. Coming up on New Boston's News Choice, the sounds of the season on Community and You, plus more upcoming holiday events. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Four Blooms is now open, 668 North Hunter Highway in Drums. Tuesday's happy hour from 5 until 8 in the bar area. Every Wednesday from 6 until 10 is Martini Night in the piano room. Sip and Savor, Thursday from 5 until 8 in the bar. And don't forget about Sunday brunch. That's Four Blooms in Drums.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to watch archived shows and a live stream of our broadcast shows. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. WYLN, we're your local network.
Welcome to Community and You here on WYLN. Everyone, I'm Gary Perrin. I'm very pleased to have back with me Bob Lagana, the director of the Greater Hazleton Philharmonic. And we are getting ready, and I can't believe we're talking about sounds of the season already.
Yes.
And this is the 14th year for the event. So Bob, first of all, you guys have been going nonstop Christmas music probably since what, about September?
Oh, yes.
So you guys are in full gear ready for it. So what is new this year, and what can we expect from Sounds of the Season?
Well, we try every year to tweak the show a little bit and to try to do things that are a little bit different than the former year. We certainly don't want people to get bored with seeing the same types of things. So this year, actually, we experimented last year. We changed our format, and instead of having a choir and an orchestra as we had, the Wiltsey stage isn't big enough to be able to do that and have enough stage front to be able to do anything. So we decided that we tried something different last year, and we did away with the choir for the year, and we set the orchestra deeper into the stage, and that gave us the ability to use the front of the stage a little bit more aggressively. And last year, we decided to invite Fabergé Dance Studio to come in and see if they could do something to add something new to the show, and they did a beautiful job. They did a ballet to Waltz of the Flowers, and it was greatly received last year. So I thought that went over so well, and they were so people were so happy to see that change that we decided to stay with that format this year and expand on it a little bit. So this year we will have, of course, the Philharmonic Orchestra, which will be the centerpiece for the actual performance, but then we are going to add several numbers, several dance type numbers. We're going to take some more from the Nutcracker Suite. We're going to do a couple of small vignettes, the Chinese dance and the Arabian dance, which will feature some of the dancers. Later on, using one of our vocalists who are basically new for the second year, Jack James, baritone soloist, is going to be coming back with us, and although he's going to do some classical pieces in the first half, in the second half we're going to kind of schmaltz it up a little bit, and he's going to come on and do Bing Crosby's Mele Kalikimaka, which of course is the Hawaiian Christmas song. And of course we're going to spice that up with some of the Fabergé dancers, plus some tap dance, and all in all it should be a pretty interesting show this year.
Wonderful. And of course it is going on right around the corner on Friday, December the 8th. At the historic Wiltsey Center. Tickets are still available, so how can people get a hold of a ticket to come and experience this?
There are a couple of different ways. If you know anybody that's involved with the cast, particularly the orchestra, you can contact them, or you can call most mornings between 9 and 12. You can call the Philharmonic office, and that would be at 570-455-2188. And you can talk to Pat, and she can put some, either you can buy them directly from her, or she can put some tickets in an envelope and have them at the will call. And then they're also available for purchase at the door.
And of course, we want everyone to come out and enjoy it on Friday night. But if you are unable to attend, good news, again, for the 14th year in a row, it will be on WYLN TV.
Oh yes, that's really great. That's one of the nicest features about doing this show, is that people in the Hazleton area get an opportunity to see and to liven up their holiday and brighten up their holiday experience, because they see it anywhere close to 5 or 6 times throughout the course of the Christmas season.
Wonderful. So a lot going on with that. And of course, you'll have the dancers, the band will be performing, the orchestra, excuse me. And of course, it's a great night to come out and see it. And you can go out and see it and then kind of catch it on the replay when it's on the TV, right. Maybe during Christmas Eve or something to lighten up the spirit of everything going on. Bob, did we miss anything?
No, I just want to give equal time. Of course, we do have other people on the program besides the things that I mentioned. And I do believe that if people are interested for a very nice and enjoyable night out, that would be the time to do it. Friday evening, December 8th at the Wiltsey.
Wonderful. So a lot going on. Of course, 14 years ago, yourself, Barry J.S., Danny DeMelfi got together, and as we were talking before we started the taping, you said, I can't believe it, this has been 14 years.
Yes, it's hard to believe that 14 years have gone by. I was a lot younger and had a lot more hair back then, but the fact of the matter is that it's been an enjoyable experience, and I do have to thank people like Barry and Danny and all the Wyln and the Wiltshire Board of Directors and all of the media sponsors and the Chamber of Commerce, anyone who helps in any way to put this show together. It's been a joy for us, and I hope it goes for many years to come.
Wonderful. Well, Bob, thanks so much for coming up and talking about it. And again, Sounds of the Season, December 8th at the Wilsey Center, at 9th in Wyoming at the Hazelton Elementary Middle School, of course known as the Castle. Make sure you head out there, and of course, if you can't get your tickets ahead of time, you can get them there at the door. And of course, remember, watch for the air times right here on Wyln TV. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone, on Community and You. We'll see you next time.
Look, I may be out of line here, but I have to get something off my chest. The little guys in the shop are taking all the credit for this year's #1 request, Service Electric's high-speed internet. Sure, it's great. I mean, it flies, and I should know. But the little guys don't even make it. Service Electric does. There. Someone finally had the antlers big enough to say it. They can't tell it's me, right? Uh-oh.
Get Service Electric high-speed internet free for 2 months, including free installation. Call today or visit secb.com/holiday.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicap accessible, with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about visiting a restaurant that has a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the types of things that we will be featuring on our new show, Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. Jeff Bonomo, host of Off the Beaten Path, welcomes you into the world of craft beer, great wine, and good eats. Wine, Hops, and Road Stops.
An open house will be held this weekend at a home in Hazelton, and you're invited. Gina Corelli will be hosting a Christmas open house at her home on 22nd Street this Saturday.
It's open to the public. It's for children ages 1 to 10. Of course, parents are welcomed, and any adult in the community is welcome. We're going to have Santa and Mrs. Claus there. We'll have some cookies. We're going to have some pizza, there's going to be an elf, there's going to be a live reindeer. Everyone's welcome to bring their camera, and everything's free. Take a picture. Every kid is going to get a gift.
Why? Well, she says she just wants to give back to the community.
It's the greatest holiday out of the season. It's about giving, it's about receiving. Mm-hmm. So I just want to have a fun event, something that children could enjoy, adults could enjoy. Pictures are quite expensive with Santa, mm-hmm. So I thought that would be a nice break for everyone to be able to come and take a picture with Santa and Mrs. Claus and it not cost you anything.
Again, that open house is this Saturday, December 9th, from 5 to 7 p.m. at 104 West 22nd Street in Hazelton. And of course, Santa will be visiting, so make sure you bring the kids out for this special and free community event. A holiday extravaganza will be taking place this weekend at the Hometown Fire Company, and it's all to benefit the Ronald McDonald House. The event takes place this Saturday starting at 2 p.m. It will include a spaghetti dinner, Chinese auction, raffles, Christmas photos, and did we mention a show? A show, yes, featuring the sounds of Las Vegas. They will also be accepting a new unwrapped toy for a toy drive. Now, if you'd like more information on this, you can give them a call at 570-861-8297. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
Battles aren't won solely on the field. Battles are won within. Over enemies of fear. Enemies of doubt. In that place where promises are kept. In the heart of every Marine, you'll find a promise. A promise of battles won.
WYLN CA35's children's programming is designed with the specific purpose of serving the educational and informational needs of children. In compliance with FCC guidelines, a copy of the children's programming report is on file for public inspection at WYLN, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, PA, during normal business hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday.
When is the best time to buy? It's now. The year-end vehicle eradication at Berger Family Dealerships.
2017 Buick LaCrosse, 17% off MSRP, save over $7,000. 2017 Buick Envisions, lease them for $299 a month. 2017 GMC Sierra, high elevation package double cab, lease it for $349 a month.
When is the best time to buy? It's now. The year-end vehicle eradication at Berger Family Dealerships, Route 93, Hazleton.